Making six figures but still checking your bank account before going out to dinner? You're not alone. A shocking 74% of Americans experience money-related stress regardless of income level. In this video, we'll unpack why your brain makes you feel broke on $100,000 or more salary. And more importantly, how to fix the disconnect between what you earn and how you feel about money. I helped hundreds of high-earning couples stop the cycle of earning more but having less. And today, I'm sharing exactly how they did it. Ever gotten a raise but somehow ended up with less money while friends making the same salary live completely different financial lives? That's the psychological trap I call the $100,000 illusion, affecting nearly half of Americans who report money negatively impacts their mental health, regardless of income bracket. Let's look at the lifestyle inflation trap, why your raises keep disappearing. So, you ever notice how that big promotion or raise you've been dreaming about finally comes through, but somehow doesn't actually make your financial life any easier? This phenomenon has a name: lifestyle inflation. So here's what happens. You get that salary bump, maybe crossing that coveted six-figure threshold, and suddenly you're upgrading your life almost on autopilot. Research shows six-figure earners increase spending by 50 to 70% within just 2 years of a major raise. It's like getting a bigger water bucket but drilling more holes in the bottom. Your money container is larger, but it drains just as quickly. All right. So upgrades start innocently, right? The slightly nicer car after your hard work, vacation spots that match your new level of income, premium subscriptions that seem like small monthly charges. But before you know it, these upgrades completely consume your raise, right? Your brain's hedonic adaptation is fascinating. It quickly normalizes your new income as the standard. That $100,000 salary that once seemed like a dream, within months, it feels ordinary. Your expectations rise, spending follows, and you're emotionally right back where you started, feeling no richer than before. So location makes a massive difference. In San Francisco, $100,000 might mean sharing an apartment with a roommate and carefully budgeting for the basics. The same salary in a lower cost region affords you a comfortable home with plenty of breathing room in your budget. High earners often don't anticipate how much income gets immediately claimed by fixed expenses, such as housing, often consuming a large portion of income in metropolitan areas. Childcare expenses, which can rival college tuition in some areas, student loan payments from advanced degrees. These essentials can easily consume 60 to 70% of take-home pay, leaving surprisingly little for discretionary spending or savings. This unconscious spending creates a psychological sense of scarcity, even when earning what should be plenty. You look at your bank account at month's end wondering where the money went, experiencing financial stress that mirrors what people earning far less feel. Okay? Money scripts, how your childhood shapes your financial reality. Okay? That feeling of financial scarcity, despite a hefty paycheck, runs deeper than just today's spending habits. Have you ever wondered if your 8-year-old self is secretly making your financial decisions? Research shows your childhood money memories might be sabotaging your $100,000 salary without you even realizing it. Okay? Financial psychologists call these unconscious beliefs money scripts. Okay? Powerful blueprints formed during childhood that control your spending patterns decades later. Think back to a specific memory. Maybe you watch your parents argue about bills or heard you can't afford that repeatedly. What message did that send to your young mind about money? These scripts operate completely beneath your awareness, working against your adult financial goals like a hidden saboteur. Financial psychologists have identified 4 main types, okay? Money avoidance, believing wealth is bad or you don't deserve success. Money worship, thinking more money will solve everything, okay? Money status, equating self-worth with net worth. And money vigilance, excessive caution around finance. So take the executive who grew up with financial instability and now compulsively buys luxury items to signal success. That's a money script in action, all right? Or the doctor who makes an incredible salary but feels guilty about wealth and can't enjoy it. Classic money worship conflict with other values. Surprisingly, research shows that money avoidance and money worship scripts are actually more common among higher income individuals. So even as your paycheck grows, these unconscious beliefs keep you feeling financially insecure. Okay? Things get even more complicated in relationships. Imagine one partner grew up in an externally frugal household, all right? Money vigilance, while the other was taught to spend freely, money worship. Even with plenty of combined income, they'll clash constantly over financial priorities. Each feeling the other's approach is completely wrong, all right? As one expert puts it, understanding your money scripts is the first step towards transforming your financial reality. These scripts dictate our beliefs in ways we don't consciously recognize. All right. Take a moment. Which money script might be influencing your financial decisions right now? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. All right, now let's look at the comparison trap, social media, status, and emotional spending, okay? Beyond those childhood money scripts we just explored, there's a modern financial saboteur that's literally in the palm of your hand. Those negative feelings about your finances after scrolling through social media, they're like looking at your financial life through a carnival mirror, distorting reality and making everything seem worse. So research confirms this 20% of adults report feeling worse about their money situation after seeing others post. And that jumps to 30% among millennials and Gen Z. So picture opening Instagram. Your college roommate is lounging on another exotic beach. Your coworker just bought that dream house with the perfect kitchen. Everyone seems to be enjoying $18 cocktails at the rooftop bars while you're calculating if you can afford takeout tonight. Each post plants that seed, not you, okay? This is relative deprivation, feeling financially inadequate despite objective wealth because you're comparing yourself to those who appear to have more. Okay? Ironically, high income earners often feel this most intensely. When you make six figures, you typically socialize with others who make even more, creating a perpetual sense of falling behind. All right. So the consequences are real. All right. About 90% of Americans engage in emotional spending to regulate these feelings, right? With the average impulse buy costing $62.55. Small moments that accumulate into major financial damage over time. We're literally spending money we don't have to impress people who we might not even like. Is that crazy? Anyway, we call this signaling spending. Purchasing primarily to communicate status rather than the item's actual value. That $7 latte you photographed for your story, the luxury car payment eating 15% of your monthly income, these aren't about coffee or transportation. They're about projecting an image. What makes this trap particularly dangerous is how it derails savings behavior. So research shows high income earners often save a smaller percentage of their income than those making half as much, channeling money into status symbols instead of building actual wealth. The herd mentality intensifies everything. When everyone in your circle is upgrading homes or taking lavish vacations, these extraordinary expenses suddenly feel like basic necessities. You start treating luxury as a baseline, wondering why your substantial salary never stretches far enough. All right, breaking free. The mindset shift that changes everything. What if financial security was less about income and more about intention? While society keeps pushing us to earn more, research paints a surprisingly different picture. The people who feel wealthiest aren't the ones with the biggest paychecks. They're the ones who develop a specific relationship with their money that most high earners completely overlook. Financial mindfulness means bringing conscious awareness to every dollar that flows through your life. Imagine pausing before each purchase, like taking a deep breath in the middle of a hectic day and asking, is this aligned with what truly matters to me? Okay. Instead of swiping your card on autopilot, this moment of stillness creates massive ripples in your financial life. So here's how value-based spending works, okay? Instead of trying to keep up with the external expectations, like your neighbor's fancy car or your colleague's luxury vacation, this framework helps you align your spending with your core values. Are your family experiences important to you? Then perhaps more of your budget goes toward creating memories rather than accumulating stuff. Do you value security? Then automating your savings becomes a priority, reflecting what you truly care about. So for couples, this journey requires special attention, okay? You and your partner likely carry different money scripts from childhood, creating an invisible tug of war with your shared finances. So creating a weekly money date where you share not just numbers, but feelings about finances can bridge these differences and create goals that respect both perspectives, okay? So breaking free from the social media comparison starts with practical steps, all right? Setting boundaries around social media can significantly reduce feelings of financial inadequacy. So try this experiment, okay? Before any purchase over $50, note your mental state. You'll quickly spot patterns of when you're spending to cope rather out of genuine need. All right. Studies constantly show that financial satisfaction correlates more strongly with spending control than with income level. The six-figure earner who spends mindlessly often feels more financially stressed than someone making half as much who spends intentionally. So true financial freedom comes from that psychological shift from reactive to intentional spending. Every purchase is either moving you towards your values or away from them. All right. So here's the truth about money. It's about the relationship you have with those numbers. As Bob Nisi explains in his research on behavior change, most people want to do the right thing. They just need help acting on those good intentions. Your financial peace comes from aligning your actions with your values. So here's your first action step, okay? Create a simple budget. Not the complicated spreadsheet kind, but one that helps you track where your money actually goes. This practice reveals the emotional triggers behind your decisions. Financial freedom isn't waiting at some magical income level. It begins when you decide that your money should serve your values, not the other way around. Start today. Thank you for watching my video.